was executed, Your Lordship.
Read further.
Further, clause 1 stated that the supplementary agreement supersedes any clause contained in the original agreement which was contrary to or inconsistent with the clause of the supplementary agreement, and the concerned clause of the original agreement
It has completely modified the original.
No, Your Lordship, it did not modify that.
And please come to the next paragraph.
Clause 2 stated that both the parties agreed that the supplementary agreement would be treated as a part of the original agreement for supply of the purchase of plant, machinery and equipment of sugar factory. Clause 3, it was stated that the seller admitted that the project had been delayed.
Shows that whatever discussion are pertaining to supplementary agreement, breaches were thereafter. And those breaches have been discussed. The arbitrator had discussed on the point of readiness, willingness, time, essence of the contract, advance payment, drawing and designs, this breaches on the part of both sides, financial condition, and then reached at the conclusion that this is attributable to the claimants.
No, Your Lordship.
So then on the issue of invocation of bank guarantee, he has reached at the conclusion, the arbitrator has reached at the conclusion that there were breaches, and that was the reason non-compliance of contractual obligations were there. That was expressed. Since there was breach of the claimant, it was open to invoke the bank guarantee. So this, after this conclusion is drawn, we are in section 27 are not going to take a contrary view.
Your Lordship may appreciate
another view, not contrary.
Your Lordship may appreciate for a moment that the arbitrator has given an award to us that we were prepared with all the things. The award is given to us, Your Lordship.
Now, okay, all right. Like your first argument that there was no discussion at all.
There was
no finding of breach.
There was no finding of breach. Your Lordship, finding of breach in respect of the agreement dated 29 December 1990. Because there was a specific.
That is why when once you are arguing that there was no breach of the original agreement, that is why we have asked you to read this supplementary agreement. Clauses of the supplementary agreement are there. There was a breach at that point of time. And that on your request, the supplementary agreement was executed. Now, unless and until you are able to demonstrate that there was something which was not included in the supplementary agreement,
Your Lordship may have that.
Supplementary agreement supersedes all clauses of the original agreement which are inconsistent.
Your Lordship, the supplementary agreement, if Your Lordship may have.
So the original agreement remained only a structure or a skeleton in which supplementary agreement has
the breach. The breach of the agreement was intact as per the original agreement, that is 17.6 of the original agreement. The supplementary agreement did not change it.
Okay. Any other submission?
One more, Your Lordship. If Your Lordship may see, the supplementary agreement, our case has consistently been that we were under a pressure to enter into this supplementary agreement. Now, prior to the supplementary agreement, there was a minutes of meeting of 12th May.
We are not looking to
I'm not asking Your Lordship to appreciate. Only 12th of May. Now, if Your Lordship may see, there is 1 minute of
meeting. We are not looking to the circumstances in which supplementary agreement was executed. You executed the agreement with open eye.
No, Your Lordship. We have not. This agreement is not enforceable contract.
Sorry.
Our case was that it is not.
Sorry, that issue has also been considered.
That is not been considered.
Please come to page 54.
Your Lordship may see that the issue.
Come to page 54, first paragraph. In fact, what I was saying that is written in the award.
Your Lordship may see that there was a condition precedent. If Your Lordship may have the page 52 for a moment. Page 52 of the supplementary agreement. Your Lordship may have page 52 of this. The supplementary agreement, clause 11 is mentioned. This agreement will be signed by both the parties. Has Your Lordship got it? Preferably by May 31st, 1992. This is an agreement executed on 15th October 1992. It says this agreement will be signed by both the parties, preferably by May 31st, 1992. but the same will be subject to approval by the state of Gujarat. Has your lordship got it? Now, your lordship, when this was placed, the honorable arbitrator went into the extent that it was the admitted case.
Correct. Because you yourself started conducting the work under the supplementary
No, your
agreement.
lordship, the work under the supplementary agreement was only that if they get the finances by 31st.
Whatever it may be.
Work we can do under it.
Whatever it may
Work
be.
was not to be done under the supplementary agreement.
Whatever it was. See, supplementary agreement and original agreement are not two separate documents anymore. Supplementary agreement became part of the original agreement only insofar as inconsistency part is concerned, that goes.
Your lordship,
So now it
one question, your
now at this moment it is not open for you whether the approval of the state government is
Your
obtained
lordship, we had
or not.
that there were 3 conditions in the supplementary agreement. It was a contingent contract. If they would get the money,
This supplementary agreement too is of 15 in 1992. So
Yes.
this issue has to be set at rest.
your
We
lordship,
don't see that any wrong in the finding of the
fact
arbitrator.
is this, your lordship, that when it is subject to approval and there is no approval by the state
That
government,
issue is not open for us to examine now.
your lordship, how can it become an enforceable
Sorry.
contract? Your lordship, I ask a
we
question
cannot
to myself.
appreciate.
Now, your lordship may see.
We
that-
cannot appreciate this issue to set aside the award.
Your lordship may for a moment appreciate this, that when the respondents have said that they have an approval, the learned arbitrator went into the question that it was a deemed approval. If it is an explicit approval, how can it go into a deemed approval? It was an explicit condition. It was an explicit condition in the contract itself that the approval has to be there. If your lordship may see, this is all the letters which have been referred to for making the supplementary agreement enforceable is not there. There is no approval. Even
Any
the
other
visit
submission?
report which was filed.
Any other submission?
Your lordship, while clubbing the issues, now if your lordship will see, the learned arbitrator has given interest on the generating set to the respondents, but as far as interest on our things being ready, no interest has been awarded to us. The designs were delayed at their own point. There is nothing on record to say at which point we committed a breach so that the invocation would take place at per 17.6 of the original agreement, because that condition was intact, your lordship.
Yes. What is the other argument?
Your lordship, you see the interest portion.
Which is your next argument? Which is your next argument?
Your lordship, see, your lordship, I have page 64 of the
Page
62.
64. Yes.
In my opinion, has your lordship got it? Therefore, the claim raised by the respondent towards interest on diesel generating set can be said to be well founded. Interest has been awarded herein. And our entitlement is on the next page, your lordship, on the next issue. 1 crore. And in detail, earlier it has been mentioned also. Where it starts from, your lordship, I can tell is individual claims, page 57 onwards.
Some claims were allowed.